Okay, we got to kick it back old school. Man, the lighting is a lot different. You can see the whole truck on this one. Okay. Let's see. Switch this thing back. Live chat's all visible. There we go. Um, yeah, we shouldn't have no more. We shouldn't have no more device issues. Let me just switch this thing over so the phone won't overheat. Yeah, three times the charm, man. Yeah, guys. Yeah, three times the charm. So same issue, guys. Getting back to the question about the hazmat stuff. The way hazmat used to be, why I didn't go get my endorsement when I went to go get my license the second time was because it's just hazmat was just a way to make sure that your truck didn't sit right. But it's more stuff that you got to do with hazmat. So I mean, I don't know how it is now. I don't. The only reference that I had at the time that was doing hazmat was Calvin. And so Calvin, when he left, when he went to got his own, when he went to go get his own authority, he stopped the whole hazmat stuff. So that was my only point of reference. And I haven't seen him say or he talks about it, but just not into. He just ain't went into detail and stuff like he was when he was with Landstar. He did it all the time, but when he got his own authority, it just he stepped away from it and stuff, right? And so he just focused more on you know food grade. So you know I would ask him and stuff, man. But it seemed as though things was better when he did it, but it just left a bad taste in my mouth for me. So I just like, nah, that's okay. And the endorsement just ain't worth it. Yeah, the endorsement just ain't worth it. So that's my thing there. I mean, I would say, honestly, if you're not gonna that endorsement there, if it's not something that you're gonna be doing full time, then I really wouldn't mess with it. That's just like getting a twit card. It's just like getting a twit card. I mean, it's good if you in and out the port and stuff, but if you're just going in there every now and again, it's not paying for itself. Because in fact, some ports that you go to, even if you got a twit card, you saving $10, but heck, you got to go in there, in order to make your money back or make it worth your while. You got to go in there. Let's see, how much is a twit card now? About $75. So if you saving $10, man, I mean, you got to go in there almost 8 times, to get, to save money. But that's kind of the way I look at it with hazmat. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have the call in. I don't have the call in feature. So don't call in. Yeah, I disabled that and stuff, man. So we're back on the old school method. So again, if you got any questions, just go ahead and put on up there in the chat room, and I'll answer it as best as possible. Just keep it in trucking if you can, for the most part. I mean, but with this TQL, let's see what you got. 2006 Freightliner Cascadia 500,000 plus. I just had DPF filters clean, and Freightliner is saying I need a new one box soon. How do you feel about a delete? Ooh, a delete versus OTR reset to Rooster? Thanks. Okay, first thing first, we do not use that word delete. I don't know what that word is. Delete. That's a dirty word. That's a dirty word. Delete. But it's a 2016, right? So that means your truck is over 5 years old. I mean, manufactured in 2015. So your truck is 7 years old. It got 525,000 miles on it. Go and find. If they talking about you need a one box, go get the surgery because your truck officially has cancer. Your truck officially has cancer, and the only way that you're going to get rid of the cancer is if you find a doctor to on your perform surgery on your truck. Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, that's just for future references and stuff. That's for future references. That's a dirty word. That's a dirty word. I do not like that word. But yeah. Um, that OTR reset tool that's not going to do anything except that the OTR reset tool that just not it ain't going to do anything and stuff. But just keep, you know, it's going to reset the issue. But then the MIL light is gonna come on, and then then your truck is gonna derate and stuff, and then you gotta go through the whole process all over again. So, find someone that can do the surgery and remove that cancer. And once you remove that cancer, your truck will be cancer free. It will be cancer free, and as long as you don't go to California, then you will be all right. In fact, you know what? To be honest with you, you can go to California. I mean, the EPA it's the EPA that got a big deal and stuff. But what's the chance of you running into them? You know. But yeah, don't waste no time and stuff. I mean, Freightliner tell you go get that one box, and then you get that one box, and the only thing that you did, you just you know is you kind of delaying the inevitable and stuff, and you put a lot of money into something that that that's going to come back. It's going to come back and stuff. And when it comes back, then you're right back in the same situation again. So, again, find you a doctor, and remove that cancer out of your truck immediately. Get rid of the cancer. Oh, and the other thing, be careful. Be careful what doctors that you go to, because there are some people out here that pose themselves to be doctors when in fact they are undercover agents. They are undercover agents and stuff, and you're not trying to mess with. You don't want the other you don't want the undercover agents. You just want you a doctor. You know, want you a doctor to take care of the issue and stuff, and that's that. So it's two people. It's two people I definitely wouldn't recommend you use and stuff, right? I'm not gonna put their names up there and stuff, because I feel I spoke on these two individuals enough. But again, you know, um, they have they have they have said some rather suspicious things and stuff for me to conclude that you know uh, they're they working for somebody and stuff. And I mean, it's your business, right? And it's your business. You want your business to succeed. Unfortunately, there's just things that You say you all ears, okay. Yeah, it's just unfortunately, in business, there's just certain things and stuff that you have to do in order to keep those wheels rolling, and everybody does it in business. So, with this right here and stuff, it's just basically finding you, you know, you just got cancer. Your truck has cancer, and you got to remove the cancer. Yep. So that's the deal there and stuff, man. Don't let nobody tell you no different. Yeah, don't break down and get that one box, man, cause they're gonna be doing the Birdman hand rub on you. See, 520,000. See, 525,000 miles on a 16. That's okay. All right. That's not bad, man. 525,000 on a 16. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, man. So you still got good life, man. I mean, heck, I hope and wish much success, man, to you guys. I just put a million on this one, 13. So you know, gonna see if I can't put it. See if I can put a million more on it. That's another 10 years, though. I can't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, I had the truck 5 years, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, you got it from Lone Mountain. Okay. All right. So yeah, then same deal and stuff, man. Lone Mountain and stuff. Let's see. You got it at 500. Oh, 423,000. You put 500. So you done had the truck a little over a year. So yeah, that's when mine started acting up. I put a year on it. Let's see. Do you think that they will ever get rid of emissions with all the problems that they're having on them? No, no. They're never gonna get rid of emissions. They're here to stay. They're here to stay and stuff, man. In fact, they're just um, emissions. Emissions. The only thing emissions are in trucks to force you to upgrade. It's forcing you to upgrade. So you get the truck, you keep it about 5 years, you start getting a bunch of problems in it, then you just trade it in, get you a new truck. You know, 5 years, 5 years, round 4.5 years. You know, the truck almost paid off and stuff like that. Just get you a new truck and stuff. One of the things that I see that they're gonna be bringing back is the cab overs, the COEs. I see they bringing them back and stuff, man. Nikolai just yeah, Nikolai and stuff. They just finished their test drive with their test running the truck now and stuff. Covenant got one. Um, Covenant Transportation they got one and stuff. So they running it now and stuff. And from Chattanooga to Atlanta and back. I don't think it's electric though, but they are test running and stuff. And so I guess they see how things go with that. And if it performs the standard, then they're going you're gonna start seeing them and stuff like that. We of course they discontinued the cab overs over here because of you know uh, I guess it was, the conventional just became the way. It just became the norm. It was more easier to work on. It was more easier to work on. To be honest, when when they built the Century class, when the Century class rolled out in '95, and the International 9400 Pro Sleeper, when those two trucks rolled out and stuff, man, that pretty much killed the whole cab over game. It was like, you know, it, it's got about the same turning radius. It's got about the same turning radius as a cab over. It's still, it's a lot easier to manage. It's more easier to work on than a cab over and stuff like that. So, that's what killed the whole cab over game there over here in the United States. They just, that Century class came. That was the game changer. The Century class and the 9400 International Pro Sleep. You know. So, hold up. Let's see what you got. 2015 Freightliner. What are some of the options for cooling the engine and system better outside of factory OEM? Okay, let me make sure I'm reading this right. Let's see. Freightliner. What are some of the options for cooling the engine? Okay. If I'm reading it correctly, Levi, um, the best way to keep your engine cool, the best way to keep your engine cool and stuff, man, I would say it's really the type of coolant. It's really the type of coolant and stuff, and I'm kind of testing out. I'm kind of doing some testing, tuning and stuff now with these coolants and stuff, and so um, I'm gonna be dropping those videos. I probably still need about another month to conclude my testing, but from what I seen, from what I can gather, is I mean it's still kind of the test is still kind of inconclusive. So I'm just saying. I mean it's really the type of cooling and stuff, man. That's part. Well, that plays a real big part in this stuff, man. Cause your operating temperature needs to be at a certain range and stuff. Despite the fact that it can operate over 200 degrees, it can operate over 200 degrees and stuff. The sweet spot you want to be around probably around 190. And so that's what I'm testing now and stuff to see what can keep it in that 190 range and stuff without it fluctuating too much. If that answers your question there and stuff, but yeah, right now I'm just looking at the type of cooling and stuff that I'm running to make sure that the truck maintain a certain temperature and stuff. So there are some variables, of course. Me running the East Coast, I don't do a lot of mountainous. I don't do a lot of mountainous stuff. There are a few hills and stuff here and there, and so but what um what kind of helps the issue, so to speak, is my weight. Like a lot of stuff that I'm running is 42,000 pounds and stuff. So when it hit those hills, it's been kind of maintaining right there around 200, probably around 202. And then some stuff, I got it all the way up to 215. But that's just again, once I conclude with the test, and then I can put my findings up here, and then we can go from there. Cause I got a bunch of stuff I'm about to put up here on Instagram, dealing with the Cascadias, So, but yeah, it's too early for me to say, but I just want to say that the cooling and stuff. Let's see, G Logistics. I have a 2020 Western Star with 135,000 on it so far. I haven't had any problems with it besides a small electrical thing. Okay, all right. You got a Western Star slash International slash Freightliner. You got a 3-in-1. In other words, cause man, the only thing you got to do is just change the badge on and stuff, and that's it. Like man, it kind of looked like a Freightliner, it kind of looked like a Western Star, and it kind of looked like an International. It's like you know, I don't know, man. They just they ain't putting a lot of effort. They not putting a lot of effort, man, in these new generational styles. Cause I see when the Western Star dropped, I said, man, that thing like the 9900. Then it looked like the 9900 International and stuff, And I thought that they discontinued the 9900 and replaced it with the Lone Star, but then they rolled back out with the 9900. And I'm saying like, daggone, it looked just like the Western Star. And you look at the Western Star and stuff. I mean, heck, the only thing different on the Western Star is the hood. Everything else is central. Everything else is a Cascadia all the way back. Everything's Cascadia. It's just, you know, I imagine if the engine specifications are right and stuff, man, you put a Cascadia Evolution hood on it. There it is. The only difference is you got the stacks on the side of it. If anybody ever wondered what it looked, what a Cascadia would look like with the stacks on the side, there it is. Look at the new Western Star, like, oh, okay, all right, and then you can decide for yourself, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with that style, or no, I'm gonna just keep it in the back. So, but that's the only thing they did, man. They were like, I don't know. I guess they're gonna blame it on COVID and say, we didn't have time to, we didn't have time to design anything, so we had to do something in a hurry. Like, okay, you know, I need something real quick. Oh, it's got DD15 in it. Yeah, see, there you go. What's a good oil temperature range for your DD15 engine? Ooh, God. Okay, you got me there. You got me there as far as oil temp and stuff. I do not. I don't have an oil temp gauge on my truck. I do not have an oil temp gauge on my truck and stuff, man. So, um, I'm gonna write. I'm gonna keep that one in mind and stuff. I'm gonna go look it up. I'm gonna keep that in mind and go look it up and stuff, man. But you know, for the most part, like I said, I mean, with the DD15, from my understanding, it's a low combustion engine, right? And so it doesn't have a lot of horsepower. So it doesn't have a lot of horsepower and stuff like that. So I can't see it really. I guess that's why they really never pushed the issue about oil temps, because they got this thing running real low, and so um, yeah, they got it running real low and stuff, and the engine just doesn't have a lot of power and stuff. It's 425. 425. You could probably get a 465 and stuff, but nobody's really turned this thing up to a 500. You know, nobody's really turned up to a 500 and stuff. I mean, it's not like they're coming out the box, like with the cat motors and stuff. The C15s. Yeah, with the cat motor C15s and stuff. Just about anything that had a C15 in it had an oil temp gauge on it, because they was coming straight out the crate, 475 horsepower. So, you know, they cut back a lot of the power and stuff. So they were like, well, some things just aren't necessary, and so the oil temp and stuff. That's like, when you messing in them territories there and stuff, 12 sevens, 12 7 that's turned up to a 500. Same thing, 14.0 turned up to a 500. Um, you keep an eye on that, but most of these, most of your base model trucks and stuff, they don't really expect them to be worked too hard, and that's cause, like I said, they just don't have a lot of horsepower. Despite the fact that people say, "Oh man, these things pull," and yeah, they pull, but they just If for anybody that drove, especially a C15, if you drove a C15 and then you got in one of these trucks here, you can instantly tell that you can instantly tell the power between one and the other. When it's a smooth. When I got in this truck here, it was a smooth riding truck, very quiet, but just didn't have a lot of power. And I knew that Bob telling from yeah, I knew that Bob telling stuff from Fort Worth back to North Carolina. Like the ride, I like the quietness and stuff like that, but it's just man, power and like ish. But I'll check on that and get back with you. But that's the whole oil, the whole oil temperature thing. It's just when you start talking about oil temps, you start talking about things that got power in it. You know, trucks that got power in it. Like a lot of your a lot of your Peterbilts and your W9s and stuff. A lot of your peaks and your W9s, a lot of them are running the Cummins X15, right? But if you get a same thing, you get the same X15 in a Cascadia, and one of the things that's not going to be in there is the oil temp. But if you get same thing, if you get your W9 or a Peterbilt, then they're going to have oil temp in there and stuff just because they got the motors and stuff turned up. You get a Cascadia again, it's like, okay, well, eh, this particular motor that was going in this truck here, we got it set at four. We probably got set at 4 1/4. But again, okay, this X15 Cummins going in W9 or it's going in the Pete. Yeah, we got to turn to 475. So yeah, let's keep an eye on the oil temp. All right, so y'all got any more questions and stuff, man? Just keep them coming. I'll try to answer them as best I can. Sorry about that. Got a phone call, so I guess y'all know what. I guess y'all know what that means. The phone calls when the phone start ringing. I guess I got to start wrapping it up because they're gonna start calling back, even though they know I'm live. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. That's a real good question. Whatever happened? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened to B Smooth. B Smooth was here and then I don't know, man. I mean, I gotta check and see if I'm still subscribed to him, man, cause I have not seen B Smooth and it's been almost a year now. Yeah, it's been almost a year. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. Like I said, last time I talked to B Smooth was of course it was in the chat, but his channel is gone. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. He just Yeah. The last time I talked to B Smooth and stuff was before I went to California, and so it's been over a year and stuff, man. I mean, usually he'll come, he'll be if he ain't in this chat and stuff, man, he'll be what would I catch B Smooth at? B Smooth would just usually post something up. He'll usually post something up. Okay, well, look, I'm doing this with the truck, or I'm at the house chilling, or you know how B Smooth is, man. Yeah, you know how he is and stuff, man. But I don't know, man. The last I checked, he was doing that thing and stuff with the kind of like what Loshan was doing. I mean, kind of what Loshan is doing and stuff. He was doing that, and he was doing pretty good at it. Yeah, he was doing real good at it, cause um, I think he had stopped. I think he stopped driving, but he was doing real good at it. Yeah, he was doing real good at it and stuff, man. So I don't know. I mean, you know how you could talk to some people and you could see that they, okay, you know how you talk to some people and it's like they do stuff, but they don't really have that. They really don't have that passion like they used to have. That's what I was getting from B Smooth. It was like he was doing it, but he was doing videos, but it just won't. He won't like the B Smooth that I remember when he first started. When he drop a video, he'll drop a video and stuff, and then but those last few ones he did and stuff, man, it was like he just won't in it. And so I kind of felt the stuff, man. He was gonna stop, and just sure enough, man. You know, yeah, just sure enough, man. So it's yeah, I definitely like to hear from the brother, man. See how he doing, see if he doing all right, guys. For anybody that's not familiar with B Smooth is one of the few people that went through the Prime program and succeeded. He went in there, got his truck. He went in there, he got his truck and stuff, got his title. But the thing is that B Smooth was also one of those guys that told the truth about that lease program. And um, B Smooth's circumstance allowed him to do, his circumstance and stuff, and he told the truth about that. He was always upfront about that. It was his circumstance that allowed him to go in there and do the things that he did. Guys, I'm gonna say under normal circumstances, most of the people that's over there couldn't do it. So um, his circumstance allowed him to go over there and succeed and stuff and get it. He went through the program, got his truck, got it paid off. Once he got it paid off, he was like, man, hey, look, Prime, I'm out. I got my title. I'm about to go over here and go somewhere else and do something else. And so, um, just a quick reference. If you hear me or anybody else's stuff say, about Be Smooth, then that's who that's the point of reference right there and stuff. He was one of the few people. The only other person I know that did that was Woody. I'm pretty sure there are others, but um, the people that went like into detail and stuff was B Smooth. B Smooth was one, Woody was the other. But B Smooth was the one that was like he was upfront and truthful about everything he did over there. Despite other folk and stuff, man, that was in the program that was being very disingenuous. That you know he went through there, he got his truck, showed his title, the whole 9 yards, and I think they kind of felt a certain way about that. When he got his title and stuff. That's what he was saying too. Like some of the stuff he used to do, they wasn't giving it to him and stuff like that. And so he just, hey man, you know what? I'm out. Yep. But yep. Still to this day. Still to this day and stuff. As many people and stuff that's over there, I haven't seen anybody yet that come up to the type of caliber of Be Smooth. You know, you got Junior Hernandez, but Junior Hernandez and stuff. But I don't know. Junior don't go into detail about about that part of the business. His thing is about training and stuff like that. He got a couple trucks, and he got a few trucks over there. It's just his business practice is a little bit questionable, but I'm just saying. I mean, he making it work. So I mean, okay. It's just, hey, you're doing your thing. I understand, but it's just there are better ways. And I'm just saying. I mean, if you've been over there that company that long. I ain't saying to leave. I'm just saying, there's certain things that you shouldn't be doing, like lease programs. You shouldn't be doing that. I mean, if you've been over there as long as you have, and Prime is your bread and butter, okay. But you trying to tell me in all this time and stuff that your credit ain't good enough to go over to the freight line and say, well, hey, listen, give me the same. I want the same specifications that y'all give Prime, but I'm doing the financing. Okay, this is my money. I'm not using nobody purchasing power. I'm using my own. You know, and this right here is going to be going up towards building my business up. So, instead of having having weekly payments, I got monthly payments because I'm dealing with the bank. Hey, Prime is my bread and butter, okay, but I don't need their lease program and stuff, in order for me to get a truck. Yeah, give me the same Freightliner so I can look just like every other truck over there and put all the pretty decals and stuff on it. You can do that. I'm just saying, it's just, I question people. I question people, when you've been in the lease program and stuff too long, I begin to question because I'm like, what's the benefit in being in it? Because it ain't doing nothing for you, so it ain't doing nothing to you. You know, I mean, ultimately, I ain't saying to leave it, but let's do a process of elimination. You don't need to be paying all this money for a truck. And you sitting over here with a 700-800 credit score, and you making your money consistently. I'm just saying, your credit can't be that bad. Prime be robbing them drivers legally. I mean, it's hey, it's I mean, any lease program and stuff. Here's the thing: is that you're doing if you're in a lease program, you're lacking one or two things. Either you're lacking knowledge about the business, or you're lacking the capital to really get into the business. And in most cases, you're lacking both knowledge and capital. So the only thing that the lease does, it gives you an understanding of the business, where it gives you a better input about the business, about how things operate in it, and for you to get your money up front so you can go down here and start making some business moves and stuff. That's what it's supposed to do. But a lot of people, what I'm seeing is that they find a way and stuff to kind of tweak the system or whatever, and they just get in and start getting comfortable. And I'm like, you know, they start getting comfortable and stuff, man, and then they just lose focus. And then once they done pull the rug from under their feet, once they pull the rug from under their feet and stuff, what did you accomplish? What you get done? Now you got 7, 8 years and stuff, and you ain't got no ownership. You ain't got your credit and stuff straight. Now you got to start over from scratch from somewhere else because you got too comfortable. You didn't think that getting your credit straight was a big issue. You didn't think building up your capital was a big issue. Focusing on your business. Oh well, the lease program is going to always be here. The lease program is always going to be here, and as long as I got a good dispatcher, as long as I got a good dispatcher and stuff, as long as I'm up there singing and dancing and tap dancing and you know baking cookies and cakes and all this stuff here, I should be okay. You know, and the whole time they got their eye on you, saying, "Well, yeah, okay, where is this guy going? Is he going over? Where is he going? What is he doing with his money? Because they can see what you're doing with it. They can see what you're doing with the money and stuff. They saying, well, is he going? Is he doing business stuff or he going to the chrome shop? Okay, well, he's going to the chrome shop and he getting his truck washed every week and stuff like that. So they know, okay, yeah, well, hey, let's keep this guy in a good mood, right? Let's keep him in a good mood and stuff, right? And as long as his emotions and stuff is intact, he's not gonna do things logically. And then there you go. Now you got 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and now you know now you starting to think about the important things and stuff. It done hit you like, hey, wait a minute, I need to buy a house. I need to buy a house and stuff, man. I done been playing games in this lease program so long that, you know, I done forgot about all the important stuff. Setting up a business portfolio. You know, you still doing company driver type stuff and not taking advantage of the things that you can actually do to build up your business and alleviate some of this nonsense and stuff that you got to pay every week. You paying something at fair market value, but instead you letting that stuff pass on by and stuff. And okay, well, the weekly thing and stuff, that's okay. That's all right. I done got comfortable with it. Start making